presentation is focused on the production of digital content. This presentation is about criteria and guidelines to write online content. This presentation will help you to understand the efficacy of digital content writing and to select and produce good contents. Some keywords of this presentation are museum website, information architecture, and online contents writing. In this presentation, we will face different elements of online content production, from the selection of the contents to the production and testing of content. Let's see how to select appropriate contents. The reason why users visit the website is for getting answers. You should tell your audience why information you wrote is important to them. Making contents for the web means to make contents accessible to most of the people. Communication is based on understanding of the message, and modern research show how to design accessible content. In order to facilitate accessibility, online content should be simple, where simplicity doesn't mean incomplete or poor information. Before writing and organizing online contents for your museum, define who are your target users, which questions they would ask online and offline. If the museum already has a website, analyze web metrics and observe what information people seek the most. If the website uses technical terminology, this should be explained the first time it appears. For plain language, be sure that your communication is clear, concise, and well organized. What are the rules for plain language? Here are some indications for keeping information accessible, clear, and captivating to your audience. Here are some tips for plain language. Organize information in a logical way. Don't give users information they don't want. Use pronouns and common words. For complex information, use lists and tables. Let's move to practical indications for online content writing. First of all, you should prefer singular nouns and verbs because plural could confuse readers. If you are talking to a single person, address the user directly. Usually, users rapidly scan the text and look for the information they need without reading a text word by word. Our eyes scan the page with a F pattern, and we usually read the first two words of a line to decide if information is useful or not. The text analysis process is very quick. If you want to write good web contents, place important information on top and don't write long paragraphs. Provide users only useful information, specifically designed for the web and not for print. Don't post PDF versions of documents unless it is necessary. PDFs are slow to open and don't always fit all screens. If you need to load a PDF file, add a summary to read before the download. Look at this example page from Victoria and Albert Museum. The writer uses an active voice and a simple language to describe the topic. Information on the page is concise and the Read More button leads to a second level of reading. This is the mission page of the Museum of Modern Art in New York City. Also here, it is used an active voice and a simple, concise language. After producing web content, it is time to test its quality and effectiveness. Testing the effectiveness of your content avoids you to waste time later. Moreover, content should be tested more than once before the implementation. There are different techniques to test contents. You can use individual or group interviews according to the needs. Paraphrase testing is good to test short text, while usability testing is good for longer text. You can also organize a focus group, a largely used testing method. Paraphrase testing with individuals help you to understand if your content can be well interpreted. During the test, take notes about positive and negative elements observed. We are at the end of this presentation about how to select, organize, write and test online contents. Now, you should have the skills to prioritize contents and organize them in an accessible way. You should also be able to write good online contents and test them with final users. Thank you for attention.